If you could ask Edgar Wright himself one question about Shaun of the Dead, what question would you ask him?
Oh, that's good. That's good. You've got red on you. Hello, I'm James.
And I'm Olivia.
We are the Pickerings,
We're from Dublin.
and we love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. So we went to London and walked across the street to get Cornell.
For the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
But more on that later on.
Welcome to Movie People. This time we are celebrating 20 bloody years of Shaun of the Dead.
Thanks, babe.
We're here during San Diego Comic-Con to honor the most iconic rom-com of all time. And the fans just keep coming back. I spoke with the Shaun of the Dead expert about why we connect with special movies like this one and continue to celebrate them through the years.
I think we should go back inside. Okay.
My name is Clark Collis. I'm an entertainment journalist, and I'm the author of the Shaun of the Dead making of book, You've Got Red on You. If I go and see a film and I really, really enjoy it, I can't stop myself talking to people about it. It connects fans with other fans, right? It is that sense of community. People talk about the communal experience, but frankly, these days, watching movies is a lot of people sitting at home. That's fine, that's great. But it is great also to step out.
The two of you pick up and go to London to recreate a scene from this movie. Can you walk me through that whole story?
I have two daughters, wonderful daughters, but they are so different. This year, Emily turned 18 and my wife just turned 40. So they always had a plan that they were going to go to New York, Rockefeller Center, and see everything all Christmassy and all that sort of stuff. So I said to Olivia, would you like to do something? And then the next day,
Dad, can we go to London and like walk across the street and buy a cornetto? And he was like, yeah, oh yeah, okay, why? And I was like, because I want to go recreate something from Shaun of the Dead. He's like, oh, okay then.
Yeah, boy!
in Olivia's head, it's just such a balance.
Do you want anything from the shop? Cornetto.
So one of the greatest scenes in Shaun of the Dead are the walks that Simon Pegg's Shaun takes from his house to a local corner shop and back. The first time he does it, the world is, normal. And then the second time he does it, there are zombies everywhere. And the surprising thing about that is that they were both shot on the same day. And the really surprising thing is they were both shot on the first day of the shoot. It's a pretty audacious thing for Edgar to have done on his very first day.
He's a genius.
He's just original. The quick cuts are
Yeah, just like, I'm like,
unbelievable.
What are you? What? I'm like, how?
Would you want to edit movies one day?
Yeah, definitely. I love editing videos and everything, so it's fun. It's really fun.
If you could ask Edgar Wright himself one question about Shaun of the Dead, what question would you ask him?
Like, what was like the best part of being a director? Kind
The
of.
best scene to direct.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like you should just ask him yourself.
Whoa. That's unbelievable.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
How you doing?
This is amazing. Can you believe it's 20 years since Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, it came out in April the 9th in the UK.
Yes.
And then I think September sometime in the States. So it's 20 years ago. It's crazy. I got to answer your question.
Yes. Go on.
Yeah. What was like your favorite scene to direct?
You know what's funny? And I don't want to put you off being a director, but I think I'm probably the person having the least fun on the set, because I think Simon and Nick frequently were having a great time making the movie. But as a director, you're really usually quite stressed out most of the time, just trying to get through your day. So I think probably when I think about good days, I probably think about the stuff with Simon and Nick in the apartment. That was all done towards the end of the shoot when we'd done a lot of the other location stuff. And I think we'd even done the Winchester scene. So it was strange in a way. We kind of ended up with their flat and just the two of them, and Pete Saravenovich as well. And that was somehow some of the funniest days, because we felt like we'd already done some of the tougher stuff in the movie, and it was about them just being funny.
what is that?
What about yours?
Were you surprised to hear that Shaun of the Dead wound up being the perfect father-daughter movie for James and Olivia?
I was a little surprised, but actually then I thought about it, and it really isn't, because the film is incredibly good-natured. This fantastic comedy drama about a family, where eventually Shaun does reconcile with his stepfather.
I love how excited you are to share the things you love with the people you love. Who instilled that in you?
Oh, that was my dad. My dad enjoyed sharing things. If it's film or TV or music, he's very open to everything. He was brilliant. I just try and take that from my dad. Same as watching stuff with Olivia. Yeah, one day I was just watching clips of Shaun of the Dead on YouTube and I just thought this is definitely along Olivia's alley.
Were you really hyped to watch it?
I was like, oh yeah, okay, but I was like, I don't want to watch this movie. But then like, he put it on and then Ed came out, I was like, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Is Ed your favorite?
Yes,
Okay.
I love Ed.
He has a short one-liners you like.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's your favorite? I gotta know.
It's probably when like Shaun is on like the phone with like his mom and he's like, we're coming to get you, Barbara. I think that's really funny.
Is Ed your favorite character too?
No, I love Shaun.
So basically we just like swap costumes.
I love
He's wearing our Shaun.
Nick Frost is brilliant, but Simon Pegg is so underrated as an actor. Like in Shaun of the Dead, he just makes you cry. When he gets dumped and he's sitting at the bar, and he's so sad. His acting is brilliant. His acting is brilliant.
The scene in the car too with Phil always gets me.
Oh God, yeah.
You just need motivation, somebody to look up to. And I thought it could be me.
The acting in that scene was beautiful.
It
Don't you
is.
dare start crying on me now.
No, it is. He wasn't trying to replace his dad. He was just trying to fill that little space that's missing because his dad is gone. Your dad is so important.
I guess probably why me and my brother sort of are as obsessed with movies as we are is because I think my mum and dad really encouraged it when we were growing up. And certainly, like, I was sort of aware of certain directors because my parents would talk about various people, whether it be Sergio Leone or Alfred Hitchcock or even like Busby Berkeley. And it's not like my mum and dad are massive movie nuts, but they do love it, and they did sort of encourage me and my brother to sort of go to, they took us to the cinema a lot, which was kind of like the sort of one thing we'd do together as a family.
My dad, he would have loved Olivia. He would have gone on. I'm not gonna die though, so it's cool. Don't worry.
Everyone dies.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. You've got to tell him about your recreation of The Walk. Do you want him to watch it?
Yeah.
Ah, that's neat.
On the top, that's you.
Yeah.
The bottom is.
Yeah.
That was clear to me as well. You got some random cameos there.
This is my favourite part where she tries to do the stumble but doesn't want to stumble.
I kind of just.
I'm glad you didn't smash the car windscreen.
No.
No.
Or knock down the
No.
bollard in the middle of the road.
That was great. Well done. You know what's funny is that before we shot the scene, the DOP of the movie, he was convinced that the shot was going to get cut out. And I said, why? He goes, oh, because it's just shoe leather. It's just somebody walking from one place to another. This won't make the final film. And after he said that, I was so convinced that it was worth doing that I sort of tripled all of the detail in the shot.
That's amazing. This is really surreal. Having this conversation.
Olivia, I know you're really passionate about editing. Edgar, do you have any advice for getting started as an aspiring editor?
When I was starting out, I would do like transitions in camera a lot of the time. I would sort of do like the whip pans and things because it was an easy thing to do, of a way of kind of splicing two scenes together. So I think in a way I taught myself how to edit. And it's much easier now because you can literally edit on your phone, let alone your computer. But back then, I used to have to edit with 2 VHS players connected, and I used to edit whole films, some of which were like an hour long, and you'd have to do it in order. You couldn't kind of go back and change anything. So that's how I learned how to edit. Even though I don't edit my films, if you know how to edit, then when you're shooting something, you have a good sense of what you're going to need later.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Happy 20th anniversary,
Shaun of the Dead! Good luck on being a filmmaker, Olivia. You can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll look out for your name on the big screen.
While we wait for Olivia's name to pop up on the big screen, you can relive Shaun of the Dead in Dolby Cinema and other bloody screens near you. Get your tickets now at Fandango.
You got red on you.
Yeah.